Hello there, hope you're okay. This is John in the Philippines, escaping the rat race, as I said. So, anyway, I've been here just coming up 4 years. I just thought I'd make a video and how I'm thinking about the place still. Am I loving it? You know. Anyway, but it first started in the 1980s. I used to come with my friends and we used to come for a holiday. The maximum I ever stayed was 6 months, but that was the northern side of the Philippines. I'd never been to the southern side before, but that's another story. But you know, 2018, my English wife died. Oh, I loved dearly, I really did. And after a couple of years, I went to Angelus to have a look around, see what's going on, because I've got a friend who went there often, and he said to me, Johnny, he says you should go and have a look, you know. So I did. I met some great friends. I met James and Les, some other nice people. And when I got home, I thought, I really like it there. So what I did is I went on to a dating site. I met a few girls, you know. When I was in Angelus in 2019, I had a girlfriend, but you know, it's just one of those things. I didn't really want a girlfriend from Angelus. I'm not being prejudiced or anything, but I really didn't, because you never know what they've been doing. So, in about, believe it or not, about 6 months after that, the pandemic come, and I couldn't go back. I was going to go back the next year for 2 weeks. I was still working. You know, I was coming up towards my retirement. I had enough national insurance for my social security or pension payments, as you call it. So I went on a site, dating Asia, looking not particularly for a girlfriend, but more for somebody to speak to. And I met quite a few girls, you know. I had a chat to them. Some of them asked for money, so I sent them money. I know I was scammed on that, but I don't really care. It was only a few bob, a couple of thousand peso here, a couple of thousand peso there. But you learn from your mistakes, and it's the only way you learn. You know, it's the normal saying, fool me once, you know, good on you. Fool me twice, bad on me. Anyway, I better walk this way because the sun's at the back and I don't really want to be getting a white out on the screen. Anyway, right, so I'll just wait for the wife to come round the corner. She's always slow when she's walking. Oh, here she is. Anyway, 2020, yeah, 2020s, I went on the side, dating Asia. It's a free side. Met some girls, some of them are scammers, as I said. A few lady boys got in touch with me, but I know, I'm not really interested in what they do. I've got nothing against gay people whatsoever. In fact, I've got a lot of gay friends and we get on great, but they know what I like and they know what I don't. So anyway, I met my wife, who is now. We got on great. And I first come back when it opened in 2022, and I come back for 3 months. Those 3 months was amazing. We did everything. She took me to Malapascua, Bantayan, all sorts of places. We had a great time, we really did. And then after the 3 months I went home and I made up my mind, because I'd lived. And after living with her for 3 months, there's some little goats here. Oh, goatee. After living with her 3 months, we got on quite well, you know. So I went back home and I started to prepare to sell everything. I sold my car, sold my aircraft. I had a flight aircraft. And I put my house up for sale. Now, this was going to be a big move, but it was one I was prepared to do, you know. But I sold absolutely everything. When you're moving abroad, there's nothing you can leave behind. It's no good putting stuff in storage, because eventually you're going to forget all about it. don't pay your storage fee, and then it'll be on Storage Wars or something like that. Storage Wars UK. Anyway, like I was saying, I moved here. We moved in together. We had a great time. We've had our arguments, I'll admit that, but can there be any relationship without arguments? I don't think it really can. I really don't, you know. But we go for nice walks on the beach. We still go on our little breaks. We want to do Boracay. We want to do Siargao. You know, we want to see the sights. We've got friends in Bohol. In fact, I've got a great friend in Bohol. I've got friends in Cebu City. We do go there often to see, you know. So I can't really complain. But all I can say is the Philippines, it really does grow on you, you know. Am I going to go anywhere else? Yeah, I am, yeah, but not to live. I shall live in the Philippines. I've got my 13A now, which is my residency visa, you know. So there you go. I love it here. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I mean, don't take my word for it. Your cup of tea might be completely different than mine. I like no sugar. Maybe you like sugar. Maybe you like plenty of women. I don't. I've got the one woman I need. I'm too old to be playing around and all that crap, you know. I'm 68 years old, coming up to 69 in a couple of months, and I don't want to be doing all that. I've done it all before. I've lived my youth. But we got married 2 years ago. I got my 13A visa. We're living happily. We've got one house, which is her brother-in-law. He'd got a 2-story house, and he lives in the bottom of it, and we bought the roof, so to say. That's what he said. He said, can you buy the roof? So I bought the roof, and we built an apartment there, which when we get our next house ready, because we're just in the process of buying another house, which has cost just under 2 million, and it's got a part finished house on it, which we've had inspected by a builder, and the builder says it's amazing. He says there's over 1 million pesos been spent on this. So we're going to go with her and finish it off. We've got just a few more points to fill out on it, you know, and then we can start on it. But hopefully that should come together over the next couple of weeks, and then we can start getting it built. Anyway, thoughts on the Philippines. I love it. I like the warmth. I mean, it's where I come from in the UK. It's cold a lot of the time, you know, and I'm a warm weather person. I can take the cold, yeah, because I was there for the last 60 odd years of my life. I retired 2 years early because I couldn't take it anymore, and I wanted to come here. I had enough money to retire, so that's what I did. Like I said, I sold everything. I had a beautiful car, a nice Ford. I had a nice aircraft, which was absolutely beautiful. I used to enjoy for like 20 years. I had my pilot's license. I used to really enjoy my flying, you know. I had a little channel going. It got a lot of subscribers. I wish I'd have kept it going. I should have really. I might leave a link to it so you can have it yourself and see what it's been. Right, well, since I've been here, I've been through an earthquake, which was 6.9. I mean, Bogo is literally that way 20 miles, and you can imagine we was almost at the you might as well call it the epicenter. And then about 2 months after that, we had the big typhoon. God, that did some damage. We drove through the towns afterwards. We never got hit so bad here where we live. I mean, we live in San Romeo, but the typhoon, it hit some places bad. I mean, really bad. You know, but I'm so glad it never is here. Especially, I just bought the roof, and we was finishing building it. But I'm happy. I really am happy with my life, you know. All I can say is, if you want to give it a try, give it a try. I mean, you might not like it, you might find Thailand better. We do have a lot of brownouts here. We haven't had a brownout actually for 2 weeks, and usually get one a week, but they only last about 30 minutes. It's not long. The only problem with the earthquake, we didn't have any electric for about 10 days. And I think 10 days to get your electric back on after an earthquake is amazing, because all of the posts carrying the HC fell down, you know, and we went out in the car to have a look. And that was really busy pouring them back up. But now, it's even, with the electric and the gas, all the prices have gone up. I mean, the gas has gone up from 56 pesos, that's for diesel, because we've got a diesel car, to 143 in a couple of weeks. Will it come down? I said to my wife, I says, it might come down, but I don't think it'll ever come back down to the same level it was. They never do. As you know, with the COVID in the UK, I remember that. The prices went up, but they never come down, because obviously the ships weren't travelling, they weren't coming through the Straits of Hormuz, and they weren't delivering the fuel. Anyway, am I happy here? Yes, I am. Am I going to live here the rest of my life? Yes, I am. I'm hoping to get back to the UK in June if the Straits of Hormuz opens, because at the moment the prices on the aircraft are horrendous. Even on Cathay Pacific, anywhere you go, it's horrendous. Cathay flies the other way, but obviously I don't know where they get their oil. I think they get their oil from China, but I don't think it works like that. I think it works on the price of oil, and the price of oil is set by the stock market, I think it is. I'm not quite sure, because I'm not a stock market man. Anyway, folks, I'm going to stay in the Philippines. I probably will die here, unless there's something bad happens to me and I have to go home and go in an old people's home. You just never know. I've always got that option. So keep yourself, folks. Keep yourself safe, folks. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.